There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
Well, here we are. What day is it? I'm all confused in my days. It's Wednesday, right? It is
It's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. So here we are, Geekish Khan on a Wednesday afternoon. Help you through the week so that at least you got something to look forward to. We obviously have the wonderful Jet the Geek. Jet, are you well, my friend?
Doing well. Thank you for asking, and I hope everybody out there is doing well.
Absolutely. And of course, we have the one, the only. I don't know, Crix, I'm tempted to call you, well, I'm tempted to call you many, many things. Some like Kung Fu Pop Queen or something like that. But how are you and who have you got with you there? Who's joining us today on today's show?
Yeah, hi. Never better, but yeah, I'm with Ramona Flowers and Scott Pilgrim. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
one of the best movies that I've watched.
Yeah, the best silly movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's funny and it's yet interesting.
yeah,
Is
it
that the
is.
one with Chris Evans is in it, right? As a villain or
Yeah,
something? No?
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
yeah. With the 7 evil exes.
I believe it. Look. Before we get into today's show, many years ago, when I was in the UK, there was a radio program hosted by a guy by the name of Chris Moyles, not Chris Evans, but Chris Moyles, right? And at the time, I had my heart broken by an ex-girlfriend whose name was Emma, right? And it just happened that Chris Moyles was doing a feature called "All Emmas Are Evil," and I honestly, I was like, it's tempting. This is fate. It's tempting. It's tempting. Anyway,
He's probably right there.
he was bang on. Although I've also met some really nice Emmas. I didn't go out with them. Just I really met some really nice Emmas. Right. Let's just clear that before Anya kind of starts messaging me abuse. Anyway, so kind of a juxtaposition from last week where we discussed comics that really didn't have a good transition from the page to the screen. Today we're going to talk about comics who have had a great transition from the page to the screen. All right. Before we do that, though, I would really love to call out Loki. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but for me, from the 2 episodes that I've watched, Loki is an absolute triumph. The acting is superb. The storylines, you go, oh, is that it? It's amazing. It's amazing. So if anybody's out there's got any hesitation over Loki, do it. Absolutely do it. Just get yourself absorbed in the Loki world. It's amazing. Anyway, it's enough of me. Chris, I think this was your topic that we spoke about last week. So why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, first one on my list will be End of the Effin' World. I think you have encountered that one on Netflix. It actually came from a comic book by Charles Forsman. So it's actually quite surprising. And I do love it because first of all, the protagonist, the guy there wanted to be a serial killer at first.
Greg, what is it with you and serial killers, man?
No, sorry, man, but yeah, it's actually funny. That I love that that show on Netflix, and they did change the setting from the comic book is actually based on the US and change it to the UK. They got Alex Lothar there, and you might think that he will kill the girl, but he didn't. He didn't. But it's good. You have the dark comedy, also the teenage angst. Yeah, the serial killer part is there, but it's not gonna happen in the end. But it's interesting because he started with small animals and then etc. Not gonna spoil it, but yeah, that's hella show that I watched, and I downloaded it and even loved season 2. Yeah. And Persepolis, I think you've encountered
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good by Marjane Satrapi. It's a progressive graphic novel, and then it's an animated short, or I think it's a movie, and it talks about Persia, how the liberation or how the changes happened by then. So I'm not gonna spoil it there, but it's good. It's quite a fitting topic for feminism, religion, and things like that. Ghost World. Have you seen that film?
Ghost
Ghost
Road.
World.
Ghost World?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Ghost World.
Two
It
thousand
actually,
one.
yeah, the one with Thora Birch and Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I haven't
Yeah.
seen that. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to see that.
Ghost World, not Ghost in a Shell.
No, no, not
No.
Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell was
And
good. The animated one, but
the
the
animated
live
one,
action,
the OAV. Yeah, the
yeah,
original animated version. Yeah.
the live action, nah, not much. I only watch it because of ScarJo. But yes, Ghost World. It actually had Steve Buscemi there. It's good. You have to see that one if you are into indie stuff. And last but not least, this is my indie comic part movie that I loved. Scott Pilgrim. Of course, we have
All right.
Ramona Flowers. Yeah.
Hence what you've got in front of you. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim. I've watched it when I was like in third year college, and my friend was like, "Hey, I think you might like this movie," and they were like, "Oh, Michael Cera's there," and I do love Michael Cera. I actually memorized the lines from Superbad because of him. You don't F McLovin, just something like that. And they have the seven evil exes. They had Chris Evans, Matthew Patel, the Indian guy. I haven't got around to get his name. And then they have, of course, the cousin of Nicolas Cage. It's a Coppola. Robert
Oh, I know.
Schwartzman, Jason Schwartzman.
Oh, okay. Quick,
Yeah, if
quick.
you
Your knowledge of trivia. I was going to swear, then realised this was a family show, right? Your knowledge of trivia is second to none. Seriously, I'm
so
super impressed. Not only by the depth, but by your breadth of knowledge, right? And that's called the polymath. There you go. How about that?
oh wow, got it right. That's a trivia.
There
That's
you
a
But
go,
new
yeah,
right?
word.
Right there,
That's a new word for me.
polymath.
yeah.
There you go, right?
Yeah, Jason Schwartzman is actually the son of Talia Coppola or
Mm.
Talia Schwartzman, the one who played Connie in The Godfather. Yeah, how
And she's then Francis Ford Coppola's daughter, right?
yeah.
Yes.
She is. Yeah, she
Yes.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she is. She is.
sounds small,
She did a
right?
film. Did she do? Did she? I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. But did she do? She directed Lost in Translation, right, with Scarlett
Mm.
Johansson and Bill Murray, right?
And Bill
Yeah,
Murray.
that's
Yeah.
Sophia Coppola. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Sophia Coppola. Yeah. And another thing here, Talia Coppola is actually the wife of Rocky. Adrian! Yo, Adrian! Yeah.
Really? Oh yes, yes, yes. Of course it is. Of course. Yeah.
and, and for the Marvel part, I have Winter Soldier. That's the best one that I have watched so far. Best Marvel movie that I've seen. Infinity War, just okay. It feels like Dragon Ball to me when everyone came alive and all. And the best or the top Marvel movie for me will be Iron Man. It's the one that revitalized the franchise, and at the same time the Marvel universe itself started all from that. For DC, I think Jet is gonna be happy because I did put Batman here.
Very
Batman,
good.
yeah, Bale
Very good.
with Bale and Nolan, of course
Yeah.
Keaton and Burton, the OGs. And I did include the animated movies, the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. I've watched it during the quarantine. It was really good. You have to watch it if you want to have a deeper understanding of Flashpoint. So there, those were my lists as of now.
Love it. I do have a question about Flashpoint, but we'll do that later because it messes my head. It
It
really
messes the
messes my head.
timeline. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm like, what? What's that? Where's that come from? What's he doing there? Yeah, it just kind of blows my. And then you've got Thomas Wayne now thrown into the mix, right? And then that just kind of,
Yes.
woo, where are we going with that?
It's a
Anyway,
lot.
Chris, we've got a thumbs up, or actually, I should say, I'd have somebody giving you a round of applause. Argab, I don't know if I pronounced that name correctly. Apologies if I haven't. Is that right? Agrab?
I think that's Arian. She
Oh, okay.
interchanged her name. Yeah. Hi,
Excellent.
Arian.
Cool. Hi, Arian. Thank you so much for the support. We really, really appreciate it. Cool. Crix, thank you so much. Love your. The only bit that ever worries me, Crix, is when you start going down that serial killer black hole, right? That rabbit hole.
I have to stop. I just have to stop myself.
No, don't stop. Don't stop. I think what we need to do is dedicate a whole Geekish Khan to serial killers so that Crix can just get it off a chest. And maybe, maybe you and me every Wednesday we're not fearing for our lives so much.
But
Yeah, I guess that would be a great idea. Just for her to let it be a therapy session for her, an entire session, an entire show.
No, I think we're good.
Oh,
I think
no.
we're good for that. But Chris, I love it. As I said before, I love your depth of knowledge, your breadth of knowledge. I think it is second to none. I know obviously it's something that you hold very, very close to your heart. So kudos to you. Okay, as everybody get to take a seat, we're now going to Jet the Geek, and this is going to take some time.
Yeah. I'm ready.
All right. Oh,
But if you haven't poured yourself a drink or you've got something yourself to eat, now is the time because Jet's going to take us on a journey. Jet, go for it, mate.
the first film that I really liked that was transferred. I'm veering away from the obvious, which is DC and Marvel, because this is a very Ron Perlman was able to nail this character, which is Hellboy.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
There are several actors that cannot that could not be replaced, and that's RDJ with Iron Man, and Ron Perlman for Hellboy. He just nailed that character. The adaptation to from the comics to the movie was superb. It was just sad that when they had that reiteration of Hellboy, it wasn't that as successful, and it wasn't that interesting like the first one. So it is Hellboy from the production, Sapien, and the Doctor. So all of everything that's in there was fantastic. It was portrayed well, and
Selma Blair.
Selma Blair was there. Nobody could really replace Ron Perlman as Hellboy.
Yeah. The chin.
So,
I've got a question about Hellboy. I 100% agree with you, right? I thought the first film was amazing. The second film, a bit disappointing, but I could see where it was going, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they didn't follow that up. I did not like the recent one that came out with Harbour as Hellboy, right? I thought that was disappointing, no? And as you guys know, I can't stomach horror, and they made it for me a little bit too gruesome. And I just didn't get the story. I thought it was extremely disappointing. Whereas I liked how the second film set something up where we were going to find out a little bit more about Hellboy's story, right? And just to understand the role that he played in it all. And unfortunately, that wasn't followed through. So yeah, for me, that one was disappointing. But 100% agree. Ron Perlman as Hellboy. It was like he was born to play that role, right? Sorry, Jack. This is
no, it's all right.
This is all you, buddy. Go for it.
I even have an action figure of Hellboy, the 18-inch one.
Saw that one, yeah.
Yeah, I brought it to the beach and took photos of it and made it look like the real Hellboy.
Yeah. Before we move on, we've had a comment from I think DM, even though she's married, has got a bit of a crush on you, mate. I think she's got a bit of a crush because she wrote here, best comic to TV film, The Mask, 30 Days of Night. Hellboy. She even posted Hellboy on a comment, mate. So there you go.
Umbrella
Yeah, that's a Umbrella Academy and
Oh
the
yeah,
third.
the Umbrella Academy.
Mm,
Yeah, I've not
Yeah,
watched.
Gerard Way. Yeah.
I've not watched
yeah,
Suits
30
yet.
Days of Night. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
That's with Josh Hartnett, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the Umbrella Academy, it's actually fun that it's Gerald Way who
Mm-hmm.
drew that one. After his breakup with My Chemical Romance, he tried to dabble into comics, and there he had a successful comic book.
See,
Tressa
there's
is good
nothing
as well. Hmm?
nothing you don't know, Chris. Anyway, nothing you don't know. Right, sorry, we're
Sorry.
taking the limelight away, the limelight away from
Jed,
Jet. So,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Go on, mate.
okay. For DM, yeah, that's the 30 Days and Night. Yeah, that's one of the films that were adapted well. It was translated from the comic book pages
The movie.
to the TV reel to the movie reel. Yeah, that's I recommend that people out there who haven't seen it go watch it. Uh, so now because I veered away from the DC and Marvel, I'm going to jump into DC. Definitely the Chris Nolan Batman.
Yeah.
Tim Burton is already there. It's the bar that has been set
Yeah.
for Batman films. But definitely when Chris Nolan stepped in and wrote the also the script for
The Dark.
Batman, the Dark Knight. I'm sorry, the Dark Knight. Yeah, it was really really good. It envisioned the comics and the way that Heath Ledger portrayed Joker when he how he was telling his scars that every time it's a different story. It's just showing that how crazy he is, how demented that the character was. So it was really portrayed well. Actors, the writing, the way that it was executed by film by Chris Nolan, it was just fantastic. It was like really watching the comic books come to life. So yep, uh,
Yeah,
it won an Oscar.
before we
Yeah,
move on, mate.
Yeah.
Before we move on, going back to Batman, I don't know how you feel, right? But for me, I I have amnesia when it comes to
Amnesia.
that. Yeah, I don't recall Val Kilmer or George Clooney as Batman. Now I don't know if that's selective memory or whether kind of subconsciously I've gone, I'm not smoking that. That just did not happen. That did not happen while I was alive, right? I know it's bad of me. I know I have to give. Well, I don't know if I do have to, but they obviously play Batman. But anyway, sorry, Jack.
No, yeah. Well, the great thing about Christian Bale is once he takes on a role, he really dives into that role and really
Yeah.
he he was seen before shooting the Dark Knight. He was seen in comic book shops, purchasing comics, browsing through comics, just getting the immersing himself in the character. So that's why it was all the characters, all the actors there portrayed their characters really really well.
Yes.
So
He didn't. The story goes that even during filming, he didn't step out of character, whether that was Bruce Wayne or Batman. Right? He stayed in character. I think he's known as being a method actor, right? And if anybody out there hasn't seen The Machinist,
oh yeah, the Machinist,
Machinist,
yeah.
yeah. I did love the Equilibrium. Have you watched that?
Yeah,
yeah,
I've seen this.
Equilibrium, yeah,
And
Equilibrium.
it's crazy how he transforms his body to adapt
Yeah.
to the role. You know,
Well,
from Batman to
yeah.
the Machinist. Like,
Yeah, Batman. So he lost a shed load of money to do the Machinist, right? And then his next role
Yeah.
was Batman. So he's put
yeah,
on a load
it's
of
the other
bulk
way
and gold,
around.
and
Yeah.
then he's done the Vince. He was Vince. Is it Cheney? What Cheney's? What's
I think he got fat on American Hustle as well.
Oh yeah, American
yeah,
Hustle. Yeah,
yeah,
there you go.
American
Yeah.
Hustle. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
American
yeah, yeah.
Hustle.
You're right. Amazing.
And there's a
Amazing. Anyway,
president that he portrayed, he got
No,
really
that's
fat
the
and old.
that's Chini.
Chinny,
The
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. The vice president, right?
the
The vice
yeah.
president. I
Mhm.
don't know what film that is. I forget. Anyway,
yeah, same.
sorry, Jet. Carry on,
It's all
man.
right. It's okay. So it's okay.
Otherwise,
So,
we're gonna end up doing Geekish Khan all about Christian Bale, right?
and
Carry on,
uh,
mate.
Okay.
and the last one, the pages that went straight to the real and was successful is Deadpool. The story
Deadpool.
Deadpool, because in the
Oh,
Deadpool.
Deadpool,
comics
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Deadpool,
Deadpool.
yeah,
Deadpool.
yeah.
Yeah, because in the comics, that's exactly how Deadpool is, and the
Yeah.
way Ryan Reynolds. Again, this is one role of that I don't think any actor will be able to replicate or
Replace,
replace.
yeah.
Because Deadpool's humor is very similar to Ryan Reynolds' humor, and the funny part, it has been the Deadpool has been shelved. The film XX doesn't want to do the Deadpool because it's going to be R rated, and they
Yeah.
said tone it down, and we're going to release it. And for some reason, somebody leaked a trailer online. And
Yeah.
Really? How
yeah,
very
so
surprising.
yeah, and all of a sudden there's 1.2 million fans clamoring
Views. Yeah.
release Deadpool with a rated R Deadpool, and so they had to release the Deadpool because there's already 1.2 million who were clamoring for it. So
Yeah.
it was really a match made for a comic book character made for Ryan Reynolds. His
Yeah.
sense of humor, and if you watch the outtakes, his ad libs, it's different every time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Their co-actors they could not hold their character because they burst out laughing, so they have to
Yeah.
reshoot it until they
Because of
get themselves
Reynolds.
together. Yeah, and every time he does it differently. His ad libs were different, so it was really funny. And there's a lot of
They, yeah,
and there's a lot of
reference there.
yeah pop icon references.
Liefeld.
Yeah,
They are making fun of
Seinfeld.
Liefeld.
Yeah.
Li-
There's Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
end part.
so the end
Yeah.
part. Yeah,
Yeah.
so those things. So it
With the
was
robe and all.
it's a mashup of pop culture and the silly movie, superhero, and comic book. So yeah, so that's
Amazing.
I love the way that they take the Michael out of the superhero landing, right?
Oh,
You hear it,
yeah.
oh, superhero landing, right?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
He's going to do superhero landing. I told you he's
Yeah.
going to do superhero.
Everybody, superhero landing coming up, right? I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a meme that shows every time a squirrel lands, a squirrel
Yeah,
lands
I
like
saw
a
that one.
superhero, right? Yeah, cool. Oh, DM, I don't know. She's throwing here. Even the Green Lantern. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds was great. Green Lantern DM. I
You
think we
have to
spoke
be
about that
careful
last
with
week.
Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
He's your boss
Yeah.
after all.
He's my boss. He's my boss. So yeah, DM, he's our boss, and we love him dearly, even though he played Green Lantern.
Oh, don't
Right.
forget he also played R.I.P.D.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a stinker of a
Yeah.
movie.
Bad
Oh,
movie.
that's another movie based on a comic book.
That's
That was
worse.
a horrendous movie. You know,
Yeah.
that was awful. That was awful.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a request here from an upcoming show from Joanne. Joanne would like. Hang on. Joanne would like us. I don't know if it's next week or maybe not that one. Sorry. There we go. Next week or maybe the week after. Joanne would like us to discuss some interesting nerd life hacks. So something for us to take away and think about, right? Crix is already on it. Crix is there. I know what I'm doing. Crix has already probably got a list of about 16,000 nerdy life hacks. So yeah, that's cool. And then we have Angus.
That's Angus, yeah. His
Angus.
Facebook
Angus is-
got blocked by Zuckerberg, so he's using another profile. So he
Why
got
was it blocked?
I don't think Mark Zuckerberg went right. I'm going to block Angus, right? I'm sure there was.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was part of it.
Is it because
Yeah.
of the memes that he's creating?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's
Possibly.
really unfortunate of him. So he created a new account, sadly.
All
Hi,
right.
Angus.
Okay. Welcome back, Angus. It's nice to have you back online. Okay, cool. I think in terms of my comments, you've covered the majority of the ones that I wanted to talk about. Obviously, I'm a huge Batman DC fan. I've started to watch Sweet Tooth because that's just been made
Mm.
into a TV series on Netflix,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm still a little bit undecided. There's bits of it that I really enjoy, and there's other bits that I'm not so sure of. So I think I'm going to have to stick with that. But yeah, I think it's going in the right way. It's certainly going in the right direction. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that kind of ends up. And for me, as I said before, Loki on Disney is just a triumph so far. And I've not had chance to check the Easter eggs in it. There was particularly episode 2. There's some there where you go, hang on, that means something, and I'm not sure what it means, so I need to do some research. So I'm checking that out. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah, it's good. I've been really impressed with it. For me, it's certainly better than the Winter Soldier and Falcon. And as good as
Scarlet
One
Witch.
Division, yeah, Scarlet Witch. You know, Darcy, my daughter, she's a huge Scarlet Witch fan. So I can't say too much whether or not I prefer Loki over that. Otherwise, my daughter would never speak to me again. So I've got to play that easily. So there we go. Cool. I've got one question for you both. Right? I know this is coming out of left field. Which comic, or it could be a series of comics, would you like to be made into a TV show or a film that hasn't currently been made into a TV show or film? Now, Chris, I'll come to you because Jet has an encyclopedia of comics that he's going through right now. So we'll leave Jet to last. So, Chris, what would be your, if you could go to Marvel or whoever and say, I want you to make this, what would it be?
I was thinking of two comic books. I'm not sure if you're
Go on.
aware of that, but the first one will be Lady Death.
Okay. Okay.
She's
Mhm.
the ultimate. She's her skin was like really quiet, and then she has this enemy called Evil Ernie. I love that one, but it's gonna be cheesy because of her face paint and all. But second one will be Vampirella.
Okay.
Oh,
All
Oh my
right.
god,
Vampirella.
yeah.
Mm.
Is there
I
serial
think
killers
they
involved there, Chris?
No.
but but they have no serial killers, but she's a vampire, and but she's wearing skimpy outfits, so it's gonna be a no go for the generation today. But if you're gonna look for the old Witchblade TV series, I think I forgot who played that girl. I think it's the same one with Cersei Lannister. She played the same person. I forgot her name.
Okay.
Lena Dunham.
Lena
I think she.
Yeah,
Headey?
Lena.
I forgot. I forgot. But
Hadley.
she looked like
Hadley, right?
Headley,
Hadley,
yeah,
Hadley,
Headley.
Hadley.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dunham is different. Yeah, she's from Girls. Oh my God, I was thinking of Adam Driver all the time. Yeah, and also last one will be for Marvel. I think we have to see a I think Squirrel Girl. I think she's fun. She's cute. Yeah.
So did you know Squirrel Girl has killed Thanos?
Thanos. Yeah, yeah.
Right?
We want to watch
Anyway.
that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go over to the comic encyclopedia there. Jack, we don't have long, mate, so don't give us your wish list. Yeah. Which
It's gonna be
comics?
long.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. Which
I'm just
comics
gonna.
would you go, this is what I want? Go on, mate.
Okay, I'm just gonna give two. One definitely that I want is Saga from Image Comics.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, the one. Yep.
So
Reading that
the
one.
the storyline, the way that it was written,
That's a
and the
great shout.
characters, the
That's a great
characters.
shout, mate.
I want that transferred to the film or the TV series. It's fantastic. It's Shakespearean like
Mhm.
in terms of
Agreed, man.
yeah, in terms
Beautiful
of
shout,
story.
that. It's a beautiful
Beautiful,
shout.
yeah,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
yeah. And the next one probably, but that's my first. And the next one probably it won't ever hit the TV shows or the because it's called Sex Criminals, also by Image Comics.
Oh no, no.
Sex sex criminals are this couple when they have sex, time freezes and they get to steal stuff.
Oh no!
So say that again. So this
Oh
couple
no!
time stops and they get to go and steal stuff.
Yes. For
Are you sure? Are you sure that's a comic and that's something? That's not
It's
something you shouldn't be
Oh,
watching.
no.
it's a comic book, I swear. But
I have to Google that one.
I'm just interested in how they're going to do it if they're going to transfer it into film. But
I'm
definitely
gonna,
Saga.
yeah, Saga. I agree with. Saga. I
Uh-huh.
agree with. I've not heard of Sex Criminals. Well, I have, but in a
From
completely different
you.
genre.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'll have to check that out.
That's
Cool.
so
I
different
think
from you, Jet. Oh my god.
I know, right? Wasn't expecting that. I think for me,
Yeah.
the one that I would love to be seen, and Jet, you probably know this far better than I, and it may have already been made into an animation, but I'd love to see it being made into a film. Is Batman and A Death in the Family.
Ah, yeah.
I just
Oh
think
yeah.
I
Mhm.
think that there, if it's but it's got to be done
Mhm.
correctly, right? It's got to be done with a dark overtone. It's not lighthearted, because there's so many offshoots to that, right? There's so many other stories that use that as the baseline in terms of kind of the journey that Batman goes on after that is, yeah, it's wonderful. And I don't
Did
know,
they
Jet,
ask the readers, right? They did ask the readers if they're gonna kill the character. Is it correct? I think I've seen that
Jet was
ad
saying that
before.
on the last time, right? Jet was saying, wasn't there a poll that went out to DC
Yeah.
readers to say
Yeah,
Yeah.
whether
there
or not
was.
they
Mhm.
wanted
Oh
Robin
yeah.
to
Good, good.
spoil it? Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Listen, we're up to our 30 minutes allotted time. I love it. Thank you so much for the time again. So, DM, I think this is towards Jets and his sex criminal comment, where Jet's gone, ooh,
Oh my god.
in that tone, ooh. Cool. So
Oh
we've
my.
got the choice next week, guys, if we're going to discuss nerdy life hacks. Chris, you seem quite keen on that topic. Are we okay to discuss nerdy life hacks?
I don't know if I'm gonna contribute anything about it. Maybe I was thinking of the old Mentos commercial where you put gum on your shoes if it's like really broken. I don't know. Maybe let's try that one. But I don't know if I can contribute anything helpful. But maybe yeah. I don't know. I'm
Okay,
up for
well,
a
I tell you
challenge.
what.
I'm up for a
Okay,
challenge.
I tell you what. Let's kind of leave that for a couple of weeks to give us all time to think, because there's a lot of geeky life hacks that we need to understand and kind of decide whether or not we're going to share that. So, Chris, as you came up with this week's topic, I've got to go to Jet. Jet, what are we going to do next week, mate?
Well, if we're going to give away a mythology book, might as well discuss
Oh,
mythology. Not necessarily
Oh.
Greek mythology, but mythology itself and what are
Oh.
the things that are we got to find interesting.
Yeah, we can
What
also use stress as a reference as well because
yeah.
it's like really hot right now.
Mhm.
so
Because
giveaway next week. Giveaway next week. I
yeah.
think
Are we?
I think I have the book to support that giveaway, Jeff. Just hang on for 2 seconds. Let me go into my parlor.
Ta-da! Not yet. So
We give away this one.
beautiful.
All right,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So giveaway next week is Mythology: The Timeless Tales of Gods and Heroes by Edith Hamilton, and it's the 75th anniversary illustrated edition.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's a great
still in
book.
its
I've read
packaging.
that book. Yeah.
It's not read. I will take the price off. But yeah, so there we go. Giveaway next week.
I've read that book, and it's not just going to discuss Greek mythology. It's going to discuss
Everything.
everything in Greek mythology.
Norse.
In Norse at the very last part. A bit.
Wait, I need to go back into my parlor. Hang on.
Oh my god. I think I have Norse mythology here somewhere as well.
Good one. You
I
sit
have.
down, Chris. I've got it. I've got it here. You sit down.
Yeah.
We all
Got
three
it
of us
here
have that
beside
book.
me. Yeah.
All three of us have that book.
All right. So I think we can probably give away both. We can
Oh,
give away the
wow.
mythology, and then we can give away the source mythology too. So I'm good with that, guys. We need to kind of think of a way that we can give these away, a competition, right? So, Jet, if you want to think about something, and we can post it during the week in terms of how we give these books away. So, there's 2 giveaways next week. We've got the Neil Gaiman Norse Mythology, and then the Mythology by Edith Hamilton.
Yeah.
We're getting some comments on social media here. We're getting one from Maren that's saying that's a great book. Maren, thank you so much. Really appreciate the support. Don't forget to tune in for next week for our giveaway. Leanne looks like Chris, I'm getting worried that we're creating a platform here for Jet just to become famous, right?
Yeah.
Or to, because look,
We ought to make a fan club for Jet,
just for
actually.
Jet.
Yeah, just
Right?
for
Jet,
Jet. Yeah.
Jet,
Jet lovers.
Jet lovers. So yeah, so there's one here that's about Saga. So there you go, mate. In terms of comics that would love to be made into the TV or to a film. So they got some support there. DM said she's so excited for next week. Thanks, DM. And I loved your Ryan Reynolds comment, but I'm not going to show it because that's between you and me. And then Joanne again, she's posted. Unfortunately, guys, I'll need you to translate that for me if you can see it.
Bax, magaling ka
Magaling
sa
ka sa
ganyan, baka
ganyan.
malalo ka. So she's telling her friend, you're good at it, maybe you're going to win.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And here we go, Maren again. I think this is excited.
Excited ka sa libro. Excited about the book.
About the book, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Excellent. Okay, and here we go. DM again. DM directly to Jet. Crix, we might need to drop off this.
Jet, be sure that the topic next week will be wholesome.
It is wholesome.
Oh no, Jet. It's a different side of you, actually. No, it's so different.
Jet lovers, right? The Jet Geek fan club. It's coming.
Yeah.
I can feel it. And here's Joanne saying push. I will remind you next week. Thank you very much, Joanne. So really appreciate everybody tuning in. Next week we're going to give 2 books away. Between now and next Wednesday, Jet and Crix will think about a way that we can give these books away. And it may be that we have a competition or something where I'm honestly at the moment unsure. Jet just sprung it on us that we were going to give it away, which is kind of why we love Jet so much. So there we go. Really appreciate everybody's comments and support. This has been our most live viewed show and our most liked and thumbs up show that we've ever done. So we really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. There was a lot of support that came in this week for the podcast coach. So everybody out there, thank you so much. Please keep that support coming. We only do this because we've got an audience. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it at all. Although I think that's a lie. I can imagine as we would do it, even if there was no audience. But we really appreciate all the support and all the love out there. From the team here over at Geekish Khan, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week and enjoy your weekend. For any football fans out there, please don't forget that Wales are playing on Sunday morning, PH at midnight. Let's cheer Wales on against Denmark, and let's see if we can get them through to the quarterfinals of the European Championship. Take care, everybody. Please tune in next week, and thank you so much for the support. Crix, Jet, anything else you would like to say?
Thank you, guys. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Watch the next episode. It'll be interesting. And if, Paul, for you, I know you're not into Japanese animation. Watch the Rurouni Kenshin. It was based on a real life character of the Meiji Restoration. He was a pivotal character in the Meiji Restoration during the Tokugawa era. So watch that, and it's going to be interesting.
You should also. It's good. It's good.
Yeah. He's a samurai.
So we'll do mythology next week, then we'll do anime the week after, because I know Crix and you guys love anime, and then the week after that, then we'll do the nerdy life hacks. We just need to think about the life hacks that we want to discuss. So it gives us 2 or 3 weeks to plan it, right? Perfect.
Oh, good.
Any last words? Any last words? Oh, we've got a comment. Sorry, guys. We're going to do you with a comment.
Wow.
DM again. Anything you say, Jack, DM's all over it. Look.
Yes, he's called Batusai. He's also known as Batusai.
Yeah, you should watch it. Yeah, even the anime one, watch it. The OVA, watch it. And also, I'm excited for the anime episode because I do grow up in an animation studio where they are making hentai. Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow. Well,
Oh.
Cricks, you got to work on some giveaways there. You've got to work on some giveaways for our audience out there. All right, I'll leave
Well,
that with you.
yeah. I'll do a
All right.
Funko Pop giveaway if you want.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Really appreciate the support. This has been our most popular show. Please come back. Please keep the support for Geekish Khan, and we will see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.